Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of This Week on iRacing. This week we have the return of the Nurburgring Endurance Championship. Now if you've never heard of this is a series that runs in real life as well, and this series kind of just follows it. The idea is that you have 4-hour races around the Nordschleife using the VLN layout, but it involves GT3s, GT4s, Porsche Cup cars, TCRs, and I believe the BMW M2 new for the season. So there's 5 classes that run in this series. It's a lot of fun. You do get one fast repair. I think it is D-licensed to enter this, so you can enter this at quite a low safety rating as well. It'd be a great way to get your safety rating up. But the first race of the season is this weekend, and there's a few time slots that I'll show you right now. So this is the series page. As you can see, 16 different cars competing, and we'll be able to have a quick look at the track info here, so you can see the track layout. So it just misses where the Schumacher S's are around the Nurburgring GP circuit. Now the main thing about this, of course, here are the time slots as well, so do take that information in. But one thing to take into consideration for this week, boys and girls, is quite simply the chance of rain at 46%. So it's a strong chance of rain. So we have a look at the clouds and precipitation. As you can see, it's basically going to have started off wet. I think there's just going to be some water on the track when you start, and then there's a chance of rain as you go into the race as well. So if we have a look here, as you can see, it says the race starts at 12 p.m. And if you look at the forecast, 12 p.m. here, low chance it increases immediately. And you can see it's definitely rained in the early hours of the morning. So there's a high chance indeed, the track will be wet. So do prepare, do your practice sessions, because I imagine the practice lobbies will be wet. And the Nordschleife is incredibly difficult in the rain. It is a really, really tough track. So do be warned. It is the first round of this series coming back. And my goodness me, it's a toughie. So yeah, should be lots and lots of fun. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you boys and girls enjoy it. Okay, next up we have the IMSA series. We're going to cover the open, fixed, and the 2.4 hour. That is happening at the weekend. And this week, IMSA is heading to Fuji. We're on the Grand Prix layout. So yes, you do kind of have that a little annoying chicane before you kind of get into Sector 3, which I don't particularly like, and I don't think many people do, but there are some people out there that like it. I don't know how, but fair enough. Main thing you need to know about this is that it's going to start quite early, I think at 7:05 in the morning, so track temp is going to be nice and low for all 3 series. Now, the Open does not have any chance of rain whatsoever. I think the Fixed has a 23% chance of rain, and whilst I have you, I'll have a quick look at the Endurance chance of rain, shall we, which is also at 23% chance of rain. So it's unlikely, but if we have a look at the precipitation, yet again, like I said, it's going to start about 7 a.m, so there's a 13% chance of rain at the start. You may even potentially, because there's a chance of rain beforehand, actually start the race in wet conditions. For me personally, I think if you're going to get into the lobby and it's dry, I think the chances are it probably will stay dry. But if you get in there and the track's already a little bit damp, I reckon you're probably going to get rain. But that's just my opinion. It could be completely wrong. Who knows? Participation level wise, I don't know. Fuji never does well. So yet again, IMSA is going to struggle. We had Algarve last week. We've got Fuji this week, and we've got Long Beach next week. So it's a bit of a struggle bus at the moment for old IMSA. IMSA is normally one of the most popular series, which is why I always cover it on this series. But participation levels are going to be low for IMSA for the next couple of weeks, I think. But hopefully, fingers crossed, if you are taking part, you are going to enjoy it. So yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's all the information you need. Okay, then up next, we have the GT3 series. So this is the GT Sprint, the GT3 Fanatec Challenge, and the GT Endurance series. So we'll cover all 3. All 3 series are heading to Algarve this week. Bit of a strange choice, if you ask me. I mean, IMSA has literally just been here, and it wasn't particularly popular. So I don't know why you'd do a GT Sprint at a track where IMSA's just been. Maybe that's just me, but I don't make the schedules, and maybe some people just don't really care. But no, I just find it a bit weird if the GT3s are racing at this track the previous week in a different series, and then they come here in another series. I don't know. Just feels like the track rotation could be slightly better. Main thing is for this one, to be honest with you, there's no chance of rain in any of the series at all. So the Open, Fix, and the Endurance series, they have no chance of rain. So if you don't like rain, this might be the place to be this week. Race start time again is quite early in the morning, I believe at 9 a.m. So track temp, because of that, is going to be relatively low, maybe 19 degrees, low 20s, but it's set April 5th, I think. So we're getting kind of springtime. It's in Portugal. I think the temperatures will rise slowly. GT Endurance, more importantly, it will rise by quite a bit because you're going to go to about 12 p.m. In game. So you could potentially get in to your 30 degrees, depending on how nice the sim is going to be to you. But GT Sprint and GT Refix, you don't really need to worry about it. It will stay relatively low. But yeah, that's all the information I think you need for the GT3s this week. Like I said, a little bit disappointed at the track choice, but hopefully, fingers crossed, you boys and girls will enjoy it. And again, because of the track choice, I don't know if participation is going to be particularly high again this week. Okay, next up, the series we're going to cover in this week's episode of This Week on iRacing is two. We have the Falken Sports Car Challenge. That's always a mouthful. I don't know why. So yeah, the Falken Sports Car Challenge, which is the LMP3 and GT4 series, which is absolutely goated. One of the best series on the service, without a shadow of a doubt at the moment. And we also have the IMSA Sports Car Endurance, which is the 2-hour version of this series that runs every odd week. So week 1, week 3, week 5, so on and so forth. So we've got two series to cover for you in this section. Let's talk about the race start time. It's going to be early in the morning. It's going to be around 8 a.m. For this one. And because of that, once again, the track temperature is going to be low. It is going to be like 19 degrees, 20 degrees, and it's not really going to rise that much. Now you think to yourself, why isn't it really going to rise that much? Of course, it's very early in the morning. And secondly, there's a good chance of rain in both series. I believe the sprint race, which is the 30-minute version, the Falken Sports Car Challenge, that has a 46% chance of rain, whilst the endurance race has a 42% chance of rain. So we're having a look at the 2-hour endurance race running at the weekend. Those are the entry slots if you are interested. So let's have a look. 42% chance of rain here. Okay, now if we have a look at the clouds and precipitation, like I said, the race starts early in the morning. I think it starts about 8:25. Let me just double check. Yeah, 8:25 in the morning. So again, if you look at that, 8:25 at 8 a.m. there's a 32% chance, 9 a.m. 42% chance, and it starts to decrease. There is a chance it will start with a damp/wet track. And there will be rain throughout it. It could be dry and then it starts to rain, or it could be completely dry. Who knows? That forecast, it really could be absolutely anything. So do be careful if you are out racing this series this week, because there is a good chance of rain. I definitely recommend doing the 30-minute sprint races if you can do the endurance race. It's a great series. Circus Gilles Villeneuve is where we're going to be racing. Underrated track. Always liked this track in the F1 games from back in the day. Participation levels should be decent. This series always is. And yeah, fingers crossed to any of you boys and girls that are taking part in this series this week. But yeah, I think that's all the information you need for this series. Best of luck out there. Should be good fun. I'll certainly be partaking in the race myself. Okay, and now let's talk about some of the series that don't quite get as much love as the series that I've covered already, but deserve a little section in the video because, well, they look like they're going to be pretty decent this week. So I'm going to start off with the Ferrari Challenge. Now, if you have a look at the schedule here, next week, at the time of recording this video, it is going to be Spa. That is going to be spicy. Ferrari Challenge is always spicy, let alone when it goes to Spa. So do keep an eye out for that. Now, the Ringmaster, you can't quite see it on the schedule, but it is the Mission R. So I don't know how popular that could be. Could it make a comeback, the Mission R? I doubt it, but who knows? We'll see. And one series I did notice as well in the sports car series anyways, if I can actually find it, which will be popular, is that the V8 supercars are going to Bathurst. They're going to Mount Panorama, so that just will naturally be busy. Now, the interesting stuff about the Super Formula Lights and the F3 stuff. So Super Formula Lights are going to Road America. Again, a super popular series and a super popular track, so we should be absolutely fine with this one. And then lastly, you have Formula C. So the F3 cars, they're going to the Nurburgring. They're going to the Nordschleife. So if you have a look at the view of the track here, yeah, it's doing the Nordschleife. So those are the other series that I think will be popular this week. But anyways, as always, if you enjoyed the series, please do hit the old like button on the way out. Do subscribe, and I'll catch you for next week's episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care. Ta-da.